You had a really bad outcome with your surgery, and now you are seeing a different doctor to try and fix whatever problem that you had following the original surgery. During one of your visits, your doctor whispers in your ear and says, if I were you, I'd go find a really good medical malpractice lawyer. And you turn around and say, why? And instead of answering the question in detail, he simply says, go find a good medical malpractice lawyer. The fact that your doctor has whispered in your ear and basically told you to get an attorney and go bring a lawsuit against the first doctor, can we use your doctor, the doctor who's trying to fix you, as our expert? Can we do that? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you the answer to that question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. The short answer is yes, we could use him as an expert. But the longer answer is, in all likelihood, it's never going to happen. So here's what I mean. Let's say you had surgery, and now as a result of something that happened during surgery, you don't know what, you suffered significant and horrible complications. You are now in the intensive care unit for 2 weeks. You then have to go to rehabilitation for a month. And now you are not going to be the same person. You walked into the hospital believing that this was going to be a simple procedure and that there were very little, if any, risks associated with the surgery. And you trusted your doctor. But now something happened. You don't know what. You accept it as fate, right? This is God's work. At least that's what the doctor told you when he came in to see you after the surgery. So now, at some point, you decide to go to a different doctor to try and fix all of the problems that you are experiencing. And during the course of the doctor trying to fix your problem, you're having a nice chat with him. He turns to you and says, if I were you, I would go ahead and consult the best medical malpractice attorney you can find. And you are shocked. You didn't even think of, or couldn't even conceive of the possibility that your original doctor may have screwed up. You never even thought of the possibility that your doctor may have violated the basic standards of medical care, that he did something that was negligent, that was careless, causing you harm and injury. But now that the doctor has put this bug in your ear, you're wondering, how does he really know this? If he thinks that I should be calling an attorney to talk about the treatment that I received, maybe he knows a lot more than he's letting on. And you know what? I guarantee you that he is. Now, most of the time, an injured patient who is now listening to the doctor put this bug in their ear about the fact that they should speak to an experienced attorney about possible medical malpractice case. They don't have a long-winded conversation with the doctor about what he thinks was done wrong, about why he feels the doctor may have departed from the standard of care. Instead, the patient is often too shocked to learn that one doctor thinks that another did something wrong. So much so that he's actually telling you to go find the best lawyer that you can. Sometimes, just sometimes, this is how injured patients come to us, because they've been told by a trusted doctor who now is trying to fix the problem that they think that something was done wrong. And now they really want to know the answer. So now, you go to the best attorney you can find. The attorney says, listen, I have to get all of your medical records, and then I have to review all those records, and then I have to send those records out to a medical expert to confirm whether or not you have a valid basis for a case. And you say, wait a second, doctor number 2, who's treating me, he's the one who told me I should find an attorney. Why don't we use him as our expert? I'm sure he'd be willing and happy to go ahead and review all of my records and give you detailed opinions about what he thinks was done wrong. And now you tell this to your attorney. And your attorney is trying to stifle a laugh because he knows better. But instead of laughing out loud, what the attorney is going to tell you is, listen, as much as your doctor wants to help you, there is no possible way he is going to come in as a medical expert and visibly point fingers at doctor number 1. There's just no possible way. Because if he did that, he would likely be ridiculed by his colleagues. He might even be castigated, meaning he might suffer significant consequences from his medical malpractice insurance company when they learn that he was the instigating factor for this particular lawsuit against doctor number 1. In that instance, although the doctor is trying to be helpful and trying to get you compensation for all the injuries and harm that you suffered because of what he believes should not have happened, well, guess what? this doctor in all likelihood is not going to come in as an expert to help you, to be able to testify for you at the time of trial. And you say, but the doctor loves me. He's going to do everything he can to help me in this particular case. He told me that whatever attorney I go to, that I should have the attorney call him so that they can discuss this particular case. However, you should know something very important. The doctor, in all likelihood, when he tells you, listen, have the attorney call me, he may be doing it out of the goodness of his own heart. The doctor will likely tell your attorney that he'd be happy to talk to him for an hourly fee, and he'd be happy to review the records, but under no circumstance would he be willing to come into court to testify. Maybe he'll give you an informal review, meaning an off-the-books kind of review, looking at the records, or simply giving his opinions about what he sees based upon the records that he has available and his knowledge of the treatment that you received. In that instance, the doctor might be able to provide behind-the-scenes information that will help your attorney start to investigate your case, but it is not sufficient if the doctor has not reviewed all your records and does not know all the details of what happened before he came to you to be able to say, yes, the first doctor, Dr. Number 1, screwed up, and as a result of his screw-up, you suffered the following problems that I am now charged with trying to fix. Will this doctor come in to testify? In my experience, after doing this more than 34 years, although your treating doctor may want to help you in every possible way, there is no way that this doctor is also going to come in as your medical expert who is now going to point fingers at Dr. Number 1. It's just not going to happen. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to open your eyes, to help you realize and understand what happens in these medical malpractice cases. Now you're getting treatment from Dr. Number 2. Dr. Number 2 says to you, you know, if I were you, I'd strongly consider reaching out to an excellent medical malpractice attorney because there's something going on here that never should have happened. You know, I realize you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit but are thinking about bringing a case and still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.